Today I'm talking about a short but powerful read, The Living Mountain by Amitav Ghosh. It's about a sacred mountain, the people who have lived in harmony with it for generations, and the arrival of outsiders who slowly change that balance in the name of progress. The message is there and it's strong, but Ghosh lets the story do the talking, especially if you want something reflective but not heavy. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. And yet again, after a long gap, by the time you completely forgot that I read books, I review books, I am back yet again. And yet again, my effort will be to be consistent, and let's hope that I can be consistent and more disciplined this time round. Anyway, today I'm going to talk about a book that I recently read and absolutely loved, Ahalya by Koral Dasgupta. This is the first book in the Sati series, and I'm going to break this down into 4 parts. And you know what are those 4 parts: about the book, about the author, my review, and who I think should read this book. So, why wait for anything else, Let's just straight away jump. What is the book Ahalya about? For people thinking the book is about Ahalya, you are 100% correct. But still, what about Ahalya? Let's see. So, Ahalya is essentially a retelling of a very well known story from Indian mythology. But what makes this book interesting is not the story itself, it's the way it has been told. The narrative feels very layered, very atmospheric, almost like you're walking through mist. There's a sense of quiet unfolding. Nothing is rushed, nothing is loud, but everything stays with you. And that's what I really appreciated. It doesn't try to dramatize the story, it lets you sit with it and think on it. Now, let's talk a little about the author, Koral Dasgupta. Koral Dasgupta's writing style is honestly one of the highlights of the book. It's very poetic, and I don't just mean nice language-wise, because language-wise it's pretty simple and easy to understand. I mean the entire reading experience feels like you are reading a long, reflective poem, not a novel as such. There's a softness to the writing, but at the same time, there's a lot of depth. And that combination works beautifully and makes this book outstanding. Now, what do I think about the book? I've already used the words, I have appreciated so and so about the book, that it has been written beautifully. So obviously I have liked the book, not making any qualms about it. But what exactly have I loved and what is my exact review? Let's look at it in the next section. So I give the book 4 out of 5. What stood out for me, it is the way the mist is explored in the book. It's not just a physical element. It's become it becomes symbolic, emotional, almost philosophical. And the way that unfolds is brilliant. The second thing I really loved is how the book handles its feminist perspective. It doesn't shout, It doesn't try to make a loud statement. Instead, it quietly makes you question things. You start thinking about Gotham, about the decisions he made, about how he treated Ahalya, about Indra. Who is Indra? What is Indra? What is Indra's existence? What is Indra's role in Ahalya's life? And of course, about Ahalya herself and her emotions and the way she thinks. And you realize how the story has always been told from a certain lens. You know, not the whole picture, a picture that probably suited certain narratives. And without being aggressive about it, the book just shifts the that lens slightly. And that's where the power of this book lies. And I have to say this, it doesn't feel like a typical novel. In fact, it never felt like a novel when I was reading it. I almost felt like I'm reading, that longish poetry book. It was so much. It's in sync with the way it makes you feel. That's where the poetry lies, and that's something that has stayed with me, and I have personally enjoyed it. Now, who do I recommend this book to? Well, we have to go to the next section for that. So the question is, who do I recommend this book to? You know what? Honestly, I recommend this book to everyone. Reading slump, you love mythology, you do not like mythology, you love feminist, books with feminist perspective, you like short books, you like reading. That's all. As I said, honestly, everyone. This is a very short book, so it's not a huge commitment. You can just pick it up and read it probably in one day or max, 2 days. Of course, if you are someone who loves mythology, this is a must read. But even if you are not into mythology, I would still recommend this. Just go with an open mind and an open heart. And I always believe this. When you love a book, you should tell people to read it. Because nothing gives me more joy than sharing a good book with others. So yes, that's my take on Ahalya by Koral Dasgupta. If you have read it, let me know what you thought. And if you haven't, I genuinely hope you pick it up, read it, and let me know what you thought. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, do keep watching, Vachi Production and Talent Management. Keep watching my banters with my mom. Keep watching how she is leading her retired life. In short, keep watching, keep loving, like the videos, share the videos, and do subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much.